Hey, what's up, guys? In this kind of series of videos, I'm going to kind of go over what software is, the different types of software, the layers, the architecture of software. I'm gonna be going over a bunch of stuff in a high level, kind of like a overview of this stuff. And sometimes it's good to see things far away so that it kind of makes sense, right? It's good to see the whole car before you start working on the individual parts, right? Software, what is software? Software is pretty much just code written so that you can do cool things with your computer. That's kind of what I think of it as. So you'll have some code written that allows you to do some cool stuff with your phone, right? And it doesn't even have to be super technical and complicated. They could just be something like show you a bunch of images that other people posted, right? And it's going to use your phone screen and graphics and other stuff to show you those images, right? And that is a piece of software. You have software like Instagram and Google Maps. Then you have software on the computer, not just the phone, on the computer. And that can be your Google Chrome, your Photoshop. And that is just code written that is built in a very sophisticated way that allows users to pretty much like do cool stuff with it. But software doesn't have to be something that users, like me and you access. It could be something that is just very important for the computer and hardware to function right, to behave right. So you might have some software in an airplane that is sending signals to like, a radio tower or whatever, and the pilot doesn't really mess with it. He doesn't even interact with it, but it's there. It has software and it's doing it's what it's designed to do. That software is needed for it to behave the right way and properly. And you might have like a GPS, right, where he doesn't really interact with it, but it kind of gives him some feedback as to like what's going on. And that also has software, like complicated low level software doing all kind of calculations and stuff, right? So you have different types of software. It goes deep and there's so much different stuff you can do with it. What's kind of crazy is that nowadays our lives are so dependent on software that if you took away all the software in the world would just be totally different. It's making life easier, right? You can hop in your car, you can hit the GPS up, you can get to locations faster without getting lost. You got airplanes, right? They can communicate with other airplanes and they not blow up and crash, right? Or you have medical stuff, right? They have technologies that's helping people, not get sick and die and stuff. Then you have just software that's helping us interact and talk. Even though we're not there physically, we can talk across the world to other people. So it's pretty interesting. It's really amazing how far software came, and really where it's going, because that's where stuff is going to get interesting, is the future and what people are going to be able to do with software. And software, I do want to add this, a lot of this stuff is so complicated because a lot of this stuff is built on top of each other. So one person would find out something and then another person would just add on top of that, and then it just becomes a skyscraper of complexity, even, and everyone's just kind of adding to it and making it grow right into something really amazing. So I hope that kind of helps out, and yeah, let's get into the other stuff that's going to be really cool.